So, hey guys, today I shall show you some endgame puzzles which are based on the most basic endgames ever, which are the king and pawn endgames. So, let's get started. So, this is the most basic endgame of the king and pawn endgame. So, white is clearly winning here. So, if I turn on the engine, you can see it's going 51 crazy. So, yeah, the winning idea is to get the king to e4 before black can take control over e4. So, it's a general rule in king pawn end games that if your king is has a one step gap, one square gap between the pawn and the king, if the king is in front of the pawn, no matter whose move it is winning for white. There are exceptions like if the pawn is on h file or a file. So white just goes for the e4 square. And once he has reached, you can see that there's a one square gap between the king and the pawn. If here, if this one square gap was not present, and say for instance the pawn was on e3 and it's white's turn, so why it will be a drawn position because black king has the opposition, and you can't just means you can't just win the game like that easily. So that one square gap is very important. So after a few moves like these, you just keep the opposition here. So after this move, king can go here. There's one little trick here. You don't have to play e4 at all. Like I said, now this will be a drawn position because black king has the opposition and there's no way to win this game. So you have to move on with the king. So if black king comes here, you just play e4. So black king has to go back. And now not again king e5, but king d5. If king e5, then king e7 draw on the spot. So after this, king goes here. Now white has the opposition, so wherever black moves, it's just winning. So here just white just promotes the pawn with ease. So this was the most basic endgame. So let's move on further. Okay, so this is the second endgame here, and it is white to move and win. So if you would like to solve this puzzle, pause the video now. So the solution here is a little bit counterintuitive. Here, white cannot play king to d5 because white will lose on the spot. White is in zugzwang now, and white king has to move, and black king will take the pawn. So this is not possible. So to attack the pawn in a different way, the only move is king to d6. So after king to d6, black can only protect the pawn in one way. And here comes the idea of king to d5. Now black is in zugzwang, where black cannot black cannot even draw the game. The king is in front of the pawn, and this is just a complete loss. So on with the next puzzle. So if you calculate a little bit, this problem will be very easy for you. So at first glance, if you calculate a little bit, you can think with best play it is a draw, because with king d7, king f7, king d6, and king f8, king takes pawn, king to e8, you might think, oh, black has the opposition here and we have lost. But there is another rule that which states that if the pawn is on the fifth rank and the king is on the sixth rank, it will always be winning because the timing is correct. So if you think, oh, black will never give up the opposition, well, push the pawn. No option but king e8, and now pawn push. Black king has to come out, and this is a first win for for white. So this puzzle I showed you to show this rule, so you can use it in one of your games. So I'll be moving on with the next puzzle. So this is the last practice puzzle here. Then I will give you a very hard puzzle, not that hard who have experience in these type of endgames, but how to win as white in this position. This is a new concept called triangulation. So it is white to move, and white has to move king to d5, obviously, to protect the pawn. Now, if in this position, white can reach the same position, but with black to move, then black will be in zugzwang. So that is the aim. We have to get black this position exactly same position with black to move. So after this, the king has three squares, and if any of these two squares, then black has easily lost. So the most resistance is put up by the move king c8, and now uh, this is a very counterintuitive move, but it is the move king to d4. So we are just waiting for black to move. We are losing a tempi. So black cannot come to c7 because king immediately goes to c5. And the only move here is either king b8 or king d8. So let's go king d8. And now white again wastes a tempi by going as king c4. Now black cannot go to the e file. So black also cannot go to c7. Then he has to go back to c8 again. And now black goes to d5. We had this exact same position, but with ourselves to move. But now it is black's move, and black's in zugzwang. So if black goes here, then we can easily play king d6, and if he stops the pawn, well, we win easily. And if black goes to c7, this was our whole point. We have come back to the same position but with black to move. Now black is again in zugzwang, so black goes back, and now we get this pawn also, the a6 pawn also, and we have two passes and we will easily win the game. So it is time for the puzzle of the day. So this is the puzzle here. It looks kind of crazy, but white is actually winning here. So it is a pattern type of puzzle. So the first move is obvious, whereas probably the two first winning moves f3 and f4, because any other move will be stalemate. So let's play f3, and black has to take, and you have to be careful here. King f2 is not possible because of stalemate, so the only possible move is king f1, blocking the path of the f pawn. Now f2, sacrificing the pawn for the stalemate idea, but here you have to be counterintuitive and go for the move e4, and there is only one move, takes. Now you can see the pattern repeat. Check, you can't take, king e1, and after that e2, d5, sacrificing our pawn. Black has to take, king takes, d4, king d2, d3, c6, pawn takes c6 and king takes d3, and it is the simplified version here, and white can easily win this position. You have to be careful as black here because you can't take the b6 pawn because the a7 pawn will promote. So that is the advantage of having two connected pass pawns. In this case, the a pawn and the b pawn, they are connected, they are not isolated. So there are two moves here. One is king b7. We just march our king towards the c pawn. So again, if it is waste to give this pawn, so oops. So king back, king to c5. Now this protects the pawn, and there's actually a cute way to win here. Normally we can play king d6, c5, this kind of line. No, actually here king 8, you can't take it. So there is a little means confusion here. So there's a cute way to win. a8 equal to queen. King has to take. Now you take the pawn, and the timing is superb correct. And after king a7, we just promote the pawn with ease. And it's actually a mate in 3 if I'm not wrong. One from your mate in 2, and only move and checkmate. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot, and until our next video, I hope to see you soon. And please do share this video with your friends, chess friends, colleagues, etc. And do subscribe to our channel and like this video. Thanks a lot. Bye.